Today's video is sponsored by Warner Brothers. Good day everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm here with Little Miss Pink. So as you guys know, obviously we have the puppies and it's been tough to know what puppy we're going to keep. So inspired by the movie Dr. Sleep, I'm going to bring a psychic to my house to kind of face some of my childhood fears of living in a haunted house, but also at the same time figuring out which puppy I'm going to keep at the end of my time with them because time's running out. I'm so sad, sweet girl. But you guys, I'm absolutely obsessed with this movie. It was so good. Stephen King's Dr. Sleep continues the story of Dan Torrance 40 years after his terrifying stay at the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. Still scarred by the trauma he endured as a child at the Overlook, Dan Torrance must dare to go back to the Overlook Hotel to help save Abra, who also has the gift of the shine, from the evil Truna. I actually got to see this movie early and I've been so obsessed with it ever since. You guys know I live for the fantasy, having the abilities. I need to figure out how to get my shine activated because I want one so bad after seeing this. So Stephen King's Dr. Sleep is in theaters this Thursday, so go get your tickets. Link is down below, and do you dare to go back? For me, like I mentioned, my biggest fear is living in a haunted house, so I want to make sure that this place is not haunted, and I also want to know a little bit about my future, what's to come. So I feel like bringing a psychic here will help determine a lot of that. So I actually did find a psychic who's been in my friend Colleen's videos before, and I was like, oh my god, she'd be so perfect for this. So she's on her way over right now, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Do we have evil spirits in here? Are you the one I'm gonna keep? I don't know, let's find out. Okay, so I think she has just arrived, so she's gonna be here at any moment. I'm so excited, I freaking love it. And that's called a psychic right there. Hi. How's it going?
Good.
I'm Joey.
Hi, Joey. I'm Terrie. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for coming.
Sure.
So welcome.
Hi.
This is my home.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing a lot of, I guess, spiritual work and kind of seeing the space, and I'd love to have a reading of me.
Sure.
But I guess let's just do initial.
Like just a first
Yeah.
Haunted.
Haunting. Are you getting any haunting
There's
vibes?
a flying disc. No. There's definitely some energy.
Already, okay.
I can
We're already
feel
off to it.
This area feels pretty
Okay.
strong.
So there's a few reasons why I wanted you to come here.
Sure.
One of the main ones is the fact that one of our dogs had puppies.
Oh.
And I am struggling with which puppy to keep. So
Oh, okay.
at some point in the video, I'd love for you to gather their energies and kind of see which one maybe is the best fit.
Sure.
They're in the back right now.
Ooh.
Let's go take a
Should we
peek.
go-
Yeah, let's go take a peek.
Okay.
I'm not excited.
Hi, Bubba.
Hi, you guys. Hi. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous.
Hi, buddy.
They are stunning. Oh yeah. Hi, Bubba. Look at that. Look at you. Who are you?
Okay, so now that we've had a little taste of the puppies, I say we go back inside because I want to get to know more about you and your process and kind of your backstory.
Okay.
So,
That one's got his
We'll
eye
be
on
back, you guys. We'll be right back, okay? We're gonna
All
go
right, guys.
chat. Promise.
Pleasure to meet you. We'll be
we're gonna get the real tea right now. Let's go.
Man, I'm in love.
Okay, so I'm very excited. I've seen some psychics in the past, but I've never had a psychic come to my house.
Oh, okay.
So you're the first one.
I'm honored. Thank you.
So I've seen videos that you've done with Colleen.
Yes.
And I absolutely love those, and I just want to get a few things answered.
Sure.
So at some point in this video,
Mhm.
I would love to get your read on which puppy we should end up keeping.
Oh,
And see
okay.
which energy would fit
Sure.
best with this house.
Okay.
But I want to get to know a little bit more about your history with being a psychic and
Sure.
where it all started. So I guess let's start with where it all began. Like, how did you know that you had these powers? And by the way,
Yeah.
in The Shining and the Dr. Sleep, they call it their shine.
Okay.
Is that what you call it?
You mean just like these talents?
The ability to.
No, I just call it intuition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that you had this intuition?
So I've had it my whole life,
Okay.
actually. My mom and my sisters and my mother's mother too. So this is through the family. It's on my
Got
mom's
it.
side. And so I was also raised very open to it. So when you're raised open to it, you don't have to hide. So you
Sure.
can, you know, just kind of do the thing, you know?
And then does that mean like your ability is able to, I guess, grow more because the openness about
Yes, so you don't have to hide yourself or make yourself small. So yes, and there were always things happening. I remember my first, if you want to call it paranormal experience, I think I was
Yeah.
about 7 years old. That's that I can consciously remember.
What happened?
So I was sleeping in bed and all of a sudden I felt like the covers being tugged off of me. And I mean, this is like, I'm a kid, right? So it's scary. And so I
Yeah.
sat up in the bed and I have one of those mirror like closets. I looked at my face and it was the head of a wolf. And I went, exactly. And then, so as a 7-year-old kid, what do? You just lay back down and pull your covers.
Wait, that's everything.
Scared
Okay.
the crap
So
out
I
of me.
love wolves. So
Okay.
I'm like,
Oh,
oh
that's
my god,
great.
I would be like, oh my
No
god, yes. I
mistake.
would sickening the house.
Yeah, no, I was scared. Yeah.
What does that mean when you?
Well, I just, it was just one of those moments where I saw through the veil, like the thinning world, between worlds. It's actually only about 6 inches between here and the afterlife.
What does that mean?
So that means, it gets complicated, but when the soul detaches from the body, it's only about 6 inches where it's into the afterlife. So currently you're in the 3D physical realm right now. Your soul is in your earth suit, right,
Okay.
in your body.
This is so cool. I'm so fascinated by this.
So you are technically right now in the 3D physical world of seeing, touching, and hearing. That's it, see, touch, and hear. So when the soul disconnects from the body, when it loses power, in other words, when it's time for you to leave your earth suit, it's really only about 6 inches to the other side, to the other realm, the afterlife, the ethers, whatever you want to call it. We can't necessarily see it because we're in the 3D physical world, but it's really only like this far, 6 inches? I'm terrible at math. Like this 6 inches maybe, this far from us. Which is why our loved ones from the other side can come and interact with us and support us.
Okay, I've seen like a lot of like shows and whatnot about this, but I've never heard it explained in this way.
Yeah.
So this is really fascinating and
Cool.
it kind of makes me excited.
Okay,
and
good.
less
As long as
scared
you're
of it.
not scared.
No. Okay, so what really engaged me into this whole idea is I saw the movie Doctor Sleep and I became so obsessed with it. It's the continuation of The Shining.
Okay.
And he has the ability, it's called the Shine, which you call, what is it?
Intuition.
Intuition.
Yeah.
Okay. So with like these abilities,
Yes.
like, does it ever feel like it's a burden to you?
The answer is yes, until you learn how to regulate, manage, and control it.
So I have a question that I've always been curious about is psychics meeting other psychics.
Yeah.
Like, does anything happen?
A lot of times.
Like,
Yeah, usually it shows up in like electrical appliances going wonky. Or
no.
You're dealing with a lot of energy.
Okay, I'm ready. I say we just get right into it.
He's like, let's do it.
Do you want to read me first or the house? Like, do you want to explore?
I think I want to do the house first because
Okay.
I get information off of the house
Okay,
so
cool.
this way, and then
So,
any
like-
questions you have or whatever, like during our meeting, like we can just get right to it.
Okay.
So the other thing I feel, and see, here's the thing. So here's the thing, the beautiful thing about the spirit world is that they can go everywhere, anywhere, at any time. So they don't have to stick to one particular location because for some reason in this area, and it's probably just because there's so many corners, carry and capture a lot of energy. Not bad, but I feel like this particular area, there's so many corners that I'm just able to like kind of read a lot of information from here.
Okay.
And so I also do feel, and I don't know if you guys know this, that there were animals that were buried on the property. So I'm seeing like kids, I'm seeing 2 in particular, a boy and a girl. It's more like a feel. That's when I say see. I'm very clairsentient, so I feel information. I don't feel like a lot of dark, dire, bad stuff.
Just in this spot or? In
Oh no! Well, just in general. Well, first of all, in general.
Okay.
But I kind of just like this area because to me, I love children's energy. So
Okay.
for me personally, I just really love this. But I do feel, I don't know if you know this, that like the surgeon and his wife may have had some marital issues. I don't know if you know that or not. And I feel like there may have been some arguing, unless it's you guys that argue.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well.
There might have been
You'll have to
some,
wait and see.
So when you ask me what my process is, it's mostly clairsentient that shows up in my mind's eye or in my mind's ear. I'm hearing arguments and I actually just felt like he might have hit her.
Here's Johnny.
So, but again, and I don't want you to feel, it's more like residual energy, which is just like, think of a scene that plays out in a movie over and over and over. I don't feel any danger in this house. I feel a lot of love in this house, actually.
That's from us.
For sure. And it just feels good. I also really like the backyard. Like the backyard feels really fun. You guys have a lot of fun out there? You doing a lot of entertaining out there? There's a lot of laughter that goes on out there. You understand that? No, this is good. This is really nice. This is nice. You're okay. Okay. Y'all are safe.
Okay, so there was something weird that happened yesterday. So I was leaving this door. Anyways, we're heading outside to check on the papito. I swear, I could have sworn I saw someone in the background of my video. I'm seeing things. Okay, that was really scary. I genuinely thought someone was behind me. I like caught a glimpse in the back of my phone reflecting off of something in the background.
Okay.
And I swear I saw someone behind me.
Oh yeah? Okay.
I don't know what it was.
For me that's normal.
Okay.
But well, I don't want to discount what you might see, especially really quick.
Yeah.
Again, everybody has an intuition and insight, and especially when you're not in your analytical mind, people can see people or think people are around or even hear like their name being called too.
Okay.
So that is very common. It's not uncommon.
My mom does. She's a gypsy.
See? So, but it's not uncommon. Okay, it is not, and I do feel like you are sensitive to energy.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't surprise me, but it shouldn't scare you.
So house check. There's no evil spirits here?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Just a few kids running around.
Should we check and see if I'm an evil spirit?
Yeah.
And that's not happening.
Okay, so should we do my reading?
Yeah.
Does that mean like what is the process of reading me?
So, typically a psychic reading is for guidance. So I can just tell you a little bit about your past, present, future, what's going on, potentials and possibilities of what you might encounter.
Okay.
Again, you are always making your own choices and decisions.
Yeah.
So life is like a choose your own adventure book. So
Okay.
nothing I say is ever set in stone. But if you have any questions or anything, I can totally answer them.
Okay.
So I don't do anything traditional. I go rogue.
Oh.
Okay. So I use a regular deck of playing cards that you might see in Vegas. And I also use Loteria cards, which is like Mexican bingo.
Okay.
And then I do have a traditional Rider-Waite deck that people use, but I don't read in the traditional like layout.
Okay.
Because I'm just using these as tools, but I'm really just reading your energy.
Okay.
So first thing I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you shuffle each deck so that you're putting your energy into each deck. I cleared them before. I always say, as long as you keep them on the table, you're good.
So I've been dealing with like reoccurring health issues.
Okay.
And I guess I'm just trying to figure out what direction I need to go to not have it so recurring.
Okay, so first of all, just so you know, I'm not a medical doctor.
For sure. Yeah.
So I'll give you the information that I get, but ultimately you do what you need to do. Do you understand? I'm starting to feel like a tightening in my stomach. Do you understand that? So, I mean, I'm doing a scan on you right now. What's showing up to me is not anything dire like terminal like cancer or there's anything like that. It feels to me like stress.
Okay.
Do you also understand like back pain too?
That's me.
Oh, is that you? Because I'm
Definitely,
feeling back pain. Maybe you're getting a reading right now. The back pain, I also feel like having the need to always be in control. That's him. That's definitely not you. So I'm picking at both of you, just so you know that. Which doesn't surprise me. Y'all live together.
Right.
Y'all are in a relationship together. I don't know if you're on medication, but I feel like you don't need to be on medication.
Okay.
So if you were questioning whether you should go on medication, I don't feel like you need to go on medication. medication. What I do feel like is you need to be more physically active.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like you need to get into more cardio.
Okay.
Because the body is smarter than we are.
Sure.
And it holds a lot of trauma. It holds past experiences from even past lives and stuff like that. And I feel like it lives in your body.
Okay.
And so for you, it comes up as like stress and even anxiety.
Yeah.
You understand that? So there's a lot of worrying about the future.
Yeah.
So you're a time traveler to the future without needing to be. It's like, And the reason why you're having that anxiety is because you feel like you need, or you don't actually have the tools that you would need to take care of something in the future. So you have to learn to be more present. Because there's no way you could take care of what you're worried about right now. Okay, you don't have the tools yet.
One of the main questions as to why we want to keep one of the puppies is the ones that we have, we aren't sure like
How they'll get along.
Yeah, or just like how they're gonna take it. Because we have one in particular, the first dog, his name's Wolf, and he's obviously gone through getting 2 new puppies out to the family. He's like our everything.
Yeah, he's our number one boy.
Yeah.
Always.
So, and is he here?
No.
Okay.
They're all at daycare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if you could-
But they live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a toy of his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Wolfie's.
Okay.
It's not, we haven't had that for too long though.
No, we've had that one for a long time.
Have we?
Yeah.
Does he?
He likes the bottle inside of it.
Okay.
Well, him and Storm, they all kind of share the toys. We're a sharing family.
Does he, to me, it kind of feels like, and you let me know if I'm right or wrong, because
Okay.
again, I'm not a pet communicator, so
Yeah.
I love this exercise, but I feel like he's on the bed a lot, or he jumps on the bed a lot. You
Yeah.
understand that? Because I want to make
He's-
sure I'm connecting with
Yeah.
his energy.
Yeah.
And do you understand he likes, well, I mean, granted, the weather right now is a little bit on the warmer side, but do you understand that he likes to go under covers? Or he likes to burrow
Okay,
or
that's
something?
Storm. You're picking
Yeah,
up
that's
on-
Storm.
Storm.
Storm likes to be under the bed, dark places.
Is this also Storm's toy?
They all share the
they all
toys.
share-
Yeah,
God.
which is.
Okay, well, this
Did
should
we
be
have
fun.
anything of just his?
I mean, he
That's
doesn't.
okay.
He's not a
It's okay.
100% toy dog.
But he likes the bed.
he loves the
loves-
dog food bowl.
Oh, should we bring the dog food bowl?
The dog food bowl?
No, it's okay. That's okay. He has a lot of white on him. For
Oh my
being-
god,
Oh.
okay, that's Storm. You're picking up
That's
on
Oh,
Storm.
I'm picking up Storm.
Because that's his name, Storm.
Damn it, Janet.
Storm and Thunder. Oh my god, that's
Oh.
so weird.
Damn it. Okay, so I'm picking up on Storm then.
Okay, so
Oh.
let's just go with Storm.
Okay,
What is Storm
okay.
saying?
So Storm, even though Storm feels to me like a little bit more judgmental. than-
Yes,
she's a
the other
bitch.
one.
Literally.
Okay, so
He-
she. Oh, it's a he.
It's a
Wait.
Wait, so
Every-
because to me it's coming up as he.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone says when they see him,
Uh-huh.
oh
It's
my
a
God,
woman.
she's so pretty, and we say that
He's a pretty
potentially-
girl.
Yeah, he's a pretty girl. Like,
So-
so I feel like we should maybe bring the 3 puppies inside.
I'm in. Hi guys, come in.
So I'm doing 2 first. So these are the 3 that we are considering on which one we're gonna keep. Pink, come here. Come here.
Okay, so I've got an inkling of who I think will be best, but again, ultimately, you've got to, make this decision, and it has to feel right with both of you guys. But I'm taking in consideration the energy of the house. I'm taking in consideration you guys, and I'm taking in consideration, really, it's more Storm. For me,
Sure.
it feels like. And to me, that's the one.
Teal.
Is that her name Teal? Teal?
Yeah, we name them based off their colors.
Oh, they're colors.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's why pink. Okay, so this is red. Oh, but that's how I'm making the assessment.
Okay.
But really, ultimately, it doesn't matter what I think. It has to be what, and you're very sensitive.
Yeah.
So it has to feel right to you. So if that doesn't feel right to you, then do not take my suggestion.
Teal. What was it like? His vibe.
He feels cozy, he feels comfortable and secure too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. And he feels to me like, I got this. She's also very independent. I was able to see that when she went there.
Yeah.
So I do feel like she would compliment him. I do really like this one. I think this one might be a little too dorky for you guys. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's just what it's coming out to be. The thing I do feel like though with all of the dogs is like, you might want to treat them more like dogs than people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you understand that or
Sure.
not. Like, we, and I say we because I am so like this too,
Yeah.
so I am just as guilty because I'm such an animal lover, but I do feel like sometimes we might forget that they actually are animals and we treat them like humans. And
Definitely.
we
Guilty.
get upset at our, it's almost like we blame ourselves for it. It's like, no, they're just animals. So there's just a little mindset shift.
Well, Mr. Teal,
The psychic said it herself. She thinks you're the one.
He's secretly been my favorite.
Well, actually, since he was a baby, since he was tiny. Yeah, and also it makes kind of sense because teal is your favorite color.
Alrighty, so your decision has been made. You feel strongly about teal, which I agree with. So we'll make that final decision very soon, you guys. Don't you worry, but I think we know where we're leaning towards. But thanks so much for coming
Thank you
over.
for having me.
Do you only work with people in LA or do you work with people online?
I work a lot online.
Oh, okay.
I do readings all over the world, actually.
Cool.
Online and on the phone.
So where can my viewers find you if they want a reading?
Sure. So to book a reading, it would be at terriehuberman.com. And I also do coaching.
Oh, okay.
So I do intuitive coaching where I help people get into their intuition so they get out of indecision and they get moving forward in life.
Awesome.
So,
All right,
yeah.
well, I will link her website down below. Go check her out. Go get a reading with her. And yeah, thanks so much
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished. We dared to go back and we pretty much found out that the only spirits here are little children running around. We have a man who I guess beats his wife, maybe. We don't know about that. No.
Just hit her a little bit.
Just
Come
a
here,
little
little
bit.
girl.
But a huge thank you also to Warner Brothers again for sponsoring this video. You guys, Dr. Sleep was such a good movie. It was so much more than I expected. I was kind of going into it thinking this is just gonna be a classic horror movie, but you guys, it was more of a psychological thriller. The characters' shine abilities were so cool. It made me want to freaking have a shine. I think I do have a shine. We discovered that today, but it was such a unique take on a sequel. It just brought me to such a cool imaginative space. I didn't want the movie to end, and I absolutely know you guys are going to love it. Whether you've seen The Shining or not, you will still love this movie. So go check it out, and also dare to go back to something that scared you when you were younger and go face those fears. So that's it for today. I love you guys. Until next time, I'll see you next time. Good damn. Bye.